We're live now to the video. Hey, Mikey, can they hear the warehouse on the YouTube, or is it just music? No, you can hear the ball getting hit and stuff. Yeah, you can hear me. Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Blitzball Blitz, presented to you by DraftKings. How about it? We are coming to you live from our warehouse in Jersey City in Jimmer.
It's going to be fun. We got 3 games today. We'll explain the league, the format, the tournament right now for you. As you're watching, there's 5 of our franchise teams involved. We'll get to them in a bit. We have a round-robin regular season, Jake. Each team will be playing each other once. They are 1-inning games. The top 4 teams will be playing at Billy's in the playoffs.
There's a road to Billy's, Jim. You're going to hear this a lot. The next couple Thursdays, today and the next 2 following Thursdays, we're going to be live on here on our Warehouse Games channel. And then there's going to be a semifinals, 2 semifinal games, and a championship game in Billy's in the Bronx.
We'll be playing there. You guys can be watching there. And here's some more info about it. We are taking our stadium. We are putting it on the floor of Billy's. It's a huge place. Thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scott's Miracle-Gro, for making it happen. You can buy a ticket right now at the link in the chat. Should be pinned to watch the semifinals and championship October 1st. Billy's Sports Bar and Grill. Doors open at 11 a.m. You're going to get 2 1-inning semifinals. The championship's 2 innings. I don't even know if our crew knows that yet. Yeah. So it's 4 innings of play at Billy's. I'm very excited. I hope we're there as Team Baggage.
And per usual, there's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have all of our people there. It's going to be such a fun day. And I think during the streams, there's a discount for tickets.
I believe so.
I think telling the people that? No, I take it back.
Don't leave now. Wait, in between games, you got some time. You leave, you go click the link. There's a discount code. Do we have that? Maddie, who's in my ear, do we have the code that I can tell him? Is it a secret? Is it pinned? It's Frog.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Let's
meet the teams.
Jimmy, let's meet the teams for this 1-inning Blitzball Blitz day. You're going to see every team play today. You're going to see one team play twice.
Love yous. Sneaked it.
But first, the first team we'd like to introduce, it's Team Baggage.
No claps from the umps. Neither ump clapped at all.
Warehouse erupted, huh?
Next team, and playing in the first game today, we got Ice.
What an arm raise.
Good, solid arm raise.
What a traditional arm raise. And as we reference the team, so nice they'll be playing twice. It's the Love Yous.
Sweet. That was awesome. I liked that a whole bunch. Playing in game 3 today, Pinstripe Strong. I don't think, not on the phone.
Not on the phone. And the final team, the team we will be playing in game 2 today.
Hook line.
Sinkers.
Boom. Wow, Jolly's hair is getting really long.
Jolly and Dan, the facial hair, the Italian hair, it's starting to look like an Ellis Island team.
So Jake will be on play-by-play games 1 and games 3.
Yeah.
I'm joining you here, and then I say goodbye, which I'm going to be upset because I'm going to be very sweaty without the fan. Canobio or Doyle and Nikki will be game 2, and we have Paxton with us as always on the sideline. Pax, what do you got?
Zoe, I want to start off with you. Even matchup here with you guys and Love Yous. How do you strategize against hitting Nikki, who you are currently 4 for 11 against?
That's better than I would have guessed. I feel like Nikki strikes me out every time I face him. A lot of strategy and peering into his soul to find out his secrets.
Okay, I like that. Jack, Levius hasn't seen your pitch as well, and I'm guessing you are taking them out. How do you plan on throwing against Levius to get to Billy's?
We're going to hit some pipes, manage the speed limit, and I got a lot of new stuff to showcase today.
A lot of new stuff, hitting pipes, sending it back to you guys. I'm going to go find the other team.
Jack does have a lot of new stuff, Jake.
Yeah, you told me about this. I couldn't come last Friday. We had a little practice day. You said he's got some serious new stuff, which doesn't seem possible because, Jack Doyle, warehouse pitching legend, but he's got new stuff.
He's jumping off the mound. He asked me, do you think it's legal? And I was like, I don't know, man. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, the jumps forward are a little too much. Let's go here, because one of the emerging other pitchers of the warehouse is Nicky Cass and his teammate Dalton. Balanced hitting. I think we're going to see Nicky on the bump. Let's kick it down to Paxton.
Dalton, I want to start with you. You haven't seen Jack very well. He's obviously one of the best pitchers in this warehouse. How are you going up against him?
Oh, got to have a clean mindset. Jack's like the ace of the warehouse besides my man Nick over here. Just got to go in, great mindset, hit the ball. Let's do it.
I love that. Now, Nick, the booth actually just said you were an up-and-coming great here in the warehouse, a pitcher at that. I'm assuming you're taking the mound. If so, what is your attack on ice?
Well, first of all, that's an honor. That just made me smile ear to ear. My approach here is just be me and pitch with some intensity, pitch with a good sequence, and just mow them down.
That's all I got here. Throwing it back to you at the booth, and that was a bumper sticker statement.
Ooh.
Thank you, Pax. Yeah, like we mentioned with the pitching in a one-inning game, let's see how much the pitching will get involved. Nicky had the lowest ERA in Blitzball Battle 3 and lowest opponent batting average. Jack Doyle had the most strikeouts and most innings pitched.
I think what Nicky's got is a new slider slurve. I think he's just throwing the same pitch and bending it two different ways. You jumped in and faced it. He was here Friday throwing it. It's a very power breaking ball.
Yes.
And he's throwing it a lot. And he got Zoe real bad in our practice last because it was coming at his head, and he got me as well. It's a very heavy, sharp breaking ball. So I'm going to see. Yeah, and for those that haven't been with us in the warehouse along the way, the pitching and hitting goes in like major waves.
Yeah.
Where curves were working, and then curves absolutely got hammered. And then fastballs were working, and now outside pitches just get absolutely destroyed because people aim at the zone 2 in the building, and that's maybe something we can do with some rules for people that may be just joining here.
Yeah. So if you're entirely new to our Blitzball stuff, welcome home.
Thank you very much.
You're about to lose 50 hours of your life from previous events. Oh no. So just knocked over the bats.
No.
Jim, we play 5 balls for a walk.
Yep. 3 for a strikeout.
3 for a strikeout. That's pretty traditional.
There's no running. Some leagues play with running. We're in a cement warehouse and old. And I never played running growing up anyway. So you can get a double, a single, home run. It all depends on where the ball goes. The simplest way that I break it down is fair or foul is determined by the ground. If it lands fair, it's most likely
where
fair.
It lands.
Lands. The ground, yes. The walls will determine if it's a double or a home run. Or a single.
And we'll explain it to you guys as we go. We just had a good shot from behind home plate there. And yeah, you can play it live off the walls, live off the ceilings, not the back wall. That'll be either double or home run. I think
both end walls, behind the batter and the pitcher, those walls, it cannot be caught off of.
The other thing that's very important, we do have a speed limit.
Yes.
Anything 70 miles per hour, 70, 71, 72 is a redo. You made a mistake. We're going to let that go.
I will say that will come into play with Jack and Nicky pitching, who are going to be juiced up. Okay, and a lot of people that are used to the final post edit, give us a little bit. The replays will be happening, but they're not going to be as dialed. The redos not going to be as dialed, so it's live this time. So everything's got to roll with it. But are we ready to make predictions?
Well, there's a little extra motivation right before today's game on the official top 25 Blitzball rankings. Nicky Cass moved down 1 spot. He got jumped by Caden Sartain before even playing, so we might have a little extra motivation from Nicky Cass. Why don't we send down Paxton? Paxton, you talked to both teams. What's your prediction in this one?
My prediction has to be we got ice. 1, because I'm standing right next to them, but 2, I'm going to pull for them in every single team. They've got the most complete team in my opinion, so I got to go ice.
I'm going to tell Nicky.
I think Dalton heard. I saw Dalton was looking over just to see if he could read the lips on that one. He's not too happy. What do you got, Jeff?
I like the home team in these games. We're the away team, so that scares me a little bit. In one innings, it's very scary. If Nicky can blank him here, I like that. So I think I'm going to go with Lovias. We guys went to the championship, in Blitzball Battle 3, a little awakening.
Two of the fan favorites. I do think Nicky has a chance to set the tone. Something we'll be talking about is those first early at-bats. The more you get to see a pitcher, the better it gets. Nicky looked locked in earlier, so that does make me lean Lovias.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Sheesh. Well, I think it's about time we get it started here in the warehouse. Again, thank you to everyone in the live chat. We're going to be answering some of your guys' questions throughout the game, between innings and things like that. And again, 3 games tonight. Buckle up.
And you know what? Lovias has got 2 on the docket, so they win 2. They're probably guaranteed to go to Bills.
Wow. So there could be an impact day for them. Yep. Nicky Cass toes the rubber, talks to our umpire Justin Pennick. You'll also see umpire Kyle Condor along the way.
That's a beautiful shot, man. That looks so crispy. Shout out to that.
And the first pitch in Blitzball Blitz history, Nicky Cass. Is that a little slider low, Jim?
That was his knuckle drop.
Okay.
Because he puts 2 fingers like little cat ears.
Throwing that at 64 miles per hour. The 1-0 to Zoe. Takes a close one.
Hasn't thrown the breaking ball we talked about yet.
Jack Doyle is interesting looking. 2-0, and he just misses up and away. 3-0 count. He's not missing by much, though. I don't think Nicky's fazed by what he's doing right now.
I don't think he's ever phased, to be honest. He's kind of always confident.
That's a good point. 3-0, stays low, skips off the plate. Looks like he's calling for a new ball, or he's going to wipe it in. I did say we were going to give our first ever temperature update. It is hot in the warehouse. The pitchers will be sweating today.
Got to be an auto take.
Okay. And actually a fantastic thing. It gets by Nicky Cass on the mound, but because it was stopped so hard, Dalton Feely had time to get over there and makes a nice little play picking it off the ground.
It's nice that Nicky let that go, because if he touches it and then it hits the ground again, that's a hit. Oh, he didn't let it go. It just got by him. And Dalton was there to back him up. Wow. So a ground ball fielded cleanly is an out.
And that's a sneaky, I know that didn't have a ton of pace on it, but Dalton Feely covered a lot of ground, and to pick it off the ground like that, that's a really nice play.
I might have gave up on that one.
There's that slider, 68.
And a lot of movement and a grunt.
1-0. Jack Doyle. Runner on first. 70, and as we mentioned at the top, that will be a redo. 70 is always the toughest one. And that was the slider again, and that's heading at Jack Doyle's head. Hits the far post. Yeah. So it remains 1-0, runner on first.
That's the pitch, Jake. That is disgusting. I hope we have time to watch a replay of this. Look at that. That's nuts. Wow. It looks like it's going to hit you, and then it hits the glass. And for those at home, the redos is because if you can pitch too fast, the offense is nothing.
Oh, and he goes back to it, Jim. He goes back to it. That is a difficult pitch.
I don't know why he didn't throw it the first at-bat. He got the ground out, but...
I mean, maybe he's doing that kind of starting pitcher, trying to get through the first time without using it, but now it's 1-2.
In a one-inning game, rarely seen strategy.
Ooh, and look at Jack Doyle choking up. A little Kyle McDonald from previous Blitzball games.
The other day.
That new 2-strike approach from Jack Doyle. 2-2. Wow, that's a tough one to take, Jim.
Barely missed. 3-2. I think he's got to just stay with it. Wow.
I mean, have we seen him throw a traditional fastball yet? Like a two-seamer.
I think those might be phasing out of the game right now.
Oh, and he gets him on the inside pipe. What a pitch. He stays with that slider. 3-2 count. That starts at, it literally froze over Jack Doyle's head.
Oh, my goodness.
It's frozen over his face and hits the inside pipe.
I told you guys on the pregame show that like this pitch has been nuts. He could just throw that. Hey, Nick, throw that good pitch. He only threw that pitch to Jack Doyle is what our stat sheet says here.
He
Crazy.
only threw sliders to Jack that at bat. He didn't throw one to Zoe. Is that a game plan for their batting stances, or is that just something that happened?
Nicky doesn't game plan.
That's true. One of Nicky's weaknesses. He likes to play. That's a ball outside. That'll be a 2-0 count to Zoe. Do you think Zoe's the more feared hitter from We Got Ice right now? They kind of take turns.
Jack had better stats, but yeah, when Zoe's on, none of us have played in so long. Before Blitzball Battle 3, everyone was in here often, facing each other, practicing hitting. This has been a little different.
3-0 count to Zoe. He has thrown some sliders to him now. And that's the traditional two-seam. Some Blitzball people call it a screwball, but that two-seam with run fastball.
And that's going to look way outside, and then all of a sudden it hits the glass.
Okay, there's the curve. You saw it. Zoe tends to wait back on pitches and drive him the other way. He tried to do that. He was still under it.
It picks up a lot of momentum as it breaks. It's very heavy.
Okay. Full count, 4-2, 2 outs. Yeah. Dalton fielded the first one. He struck out Doyle. Good
Great
take
eye,
there by
great.
Zoe. And there's We Got Ice's first base runner. I got confused for a second. I thought that Dalton play, I forgot he made it. So runner on first, 2 outs. And my goodness.
All sliders again, the Doyle? Yeah, just heard Jack say, best slider I've ever seen. I told you guys, I don't get it.
And so what does Nicky do? Go to the fastball.
Yeah.
He heard the opponent talking about the slider, so he went to the fastball.
Yeah, some could think that it's a measured fastball away so he can come back inside with the slider, but Nicky doesn't do things like that.
Working quick. Oh, it's back at him. It hits him right in the breadbasket. And Jimmy in 1-inning baseball, that would have been the 3rd out, and now it's runners on first and second. Oh, my God. Imagine if that happens at Billy's, Jim.
The fans are going to go nuts if you bobble one at Billy's.
We're hoping to have 500 to 10,000 people at Billy's, and if that happens, the crowd is going to go nuts.
Tickets are on sale now. We're heading to Billy's just for the playoffs of this season, thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scott's Miracle-Gro, and you can buy your tickets now. Use the link pinned to the chat. Watch the semifinals and the championship in person October 1st at Billy's Sports Bar in the Bronx. The doors open at 11 a.m. Bring your whole family. You don't need to be over 21. It's the best family outing of October 1st. Screw pumpkin picking and apple picking, which I love. But we have dads who love talking baseball and talking Yanks, and there's sons who love We Got Ice. So,
it's a nice juggle.
And their grandpas who love Nicky Cass.
Right.
That's his demo.
He does the Italian dad
stuff. He talks just like me.
That's funny. All right. First and second. 2 outs. Starts him out. 2-seamer ends up on the inside part of the plate. 0-1.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
In our practice game last week, I was Nicky's teammate, and this is exactly what he did. And then Lou hit a very sneaky 3-run homer, and it went from like, oh shit, Nicky, you were dominating, to what?
Oh, and you wonder again. Sometimes Nicky doesn't learn from that, but maybe he has. 0-1. Outside pipe. Zoe let out the same noise I did. Wow. Let's see the replay, Jim.
Nice. It's a nice pitch. Zoe can hit that pitch when he's locked in. Like, he actually used to hunt that pitch. But I think the slider's in their head.
As an 0-1 pitch, that's tough. Dalton hypes up his man. It's 0-2. 2 outs. Woo! And he went, I believe that was the knuckle drop to punch him out. And love yous. 4 outs in that inning, if you count the Nicky Cass misplay.
And stay tuned for the second half, because Lovey's going to win it with 1 swing of the bat now, Jake. That's how important that is.
You know what else is important, Jim? Weak one of NFL football. NFL is back. NFL is back today and at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the National Football League, to bring all new customers an exciting way to join in on the action now. New customers download the DraftKings app, use promo code WAREHOUSE, bet just $5, and boom, 200 in bonus bets hit your account instantly. So don't wait any longer. Get some skin in the game and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. DraftKings customers can also get skin in the game with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, no problem. You can still get in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code WAREHOUSE. Bet just $5 on any wager. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Promo code WAREHOUSE only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
All right, we got some questions from the chat. Zach, our man Z-Man, is looking at the chat and sending some our way. Some good ones right here are, dumb question, but is this live? That's
yes,
funny. It is live. But hold on, I wanted to answer some informative ones. Do you see this becoming a regular format? It's not going to replace the franchise tournaments and some other big stuff we have planned for next year and the pre-taped ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to, if this is successful, next summer do a longer version of this, July and August, with the postseason at a live space where people can play. Because we're live, there's no gap for the players getting the games in front of the public. Whereas if we pre-taped them, you'd have a giant gap. So that was kind of the scheduling situation there.
Eo and Dowling asked in the chat, are there no mic'd up players this time? Yes, with this live format, with having broadcasters in the booth, it just would be too much going on. Our editors put in a ton of work when we have the players mic'd up like that. We do have Paxton. If there's any moments we want her to run out there and get some of the players' updates, we will do that.
I think the strike zone is mic'd up as well. But yeah, that would be an editing nightmare, and for you guys to hear 8 different voices at once.
Too much.
It is an editing nightmare, Blitzball battles with 8 people on mic.
Yeah. All right. It looks like we're going to get back into it. Jack Doyle toes the rubber. And Jimmy, all the pressure in the world. One bad pitch.
Oh, that's a redo. It's a redo, but Nikki was chasing that one swing. I like Nikki hunting. That didn't happen. That's a little different for the crowd at home.
70 on the nose. That for their first pitch, Jack catches his breath. The 0-0. Tries to throw his own slider with a little Johnny Cueto leg action in there. 1-0 count. You know Nicky wants to end it. The first Blitzball Blitz game.
Oh, he's going to be swinging so hard.
A little behind the back pump fake with the ball. And then he throws a beautiful riser.
Oh, it had a little run, a little arm slide run. Yeah, for those seeing redos for the first time in a while, we can't edit them out. People complain about them so much, so like usually they're just all edited out. You're gonna see all of them this time. That was a beautiful shot up Doyle.
Tries to go back to the slider, bounces it into Nicky Cass. We do have hit-by-pitch rules.
We do. If you get hit 3 times in one at-bat, you will take your base, or 1 time in the head at 60 miles, which Nicky did. He hit me with that fast slider in the head in warm-ups.
Wow, 2-1, 2-seamer. Looks like it's heading over the middle of the plate. Ends up off the strike zone. Wow, pretty replay. Nice swing by Nicky. Man, that's tough to hit, Jim. Looks like the umpire's touching up the mound.
Yeah, it is funny. I think a lot of people are trying to hit for more power now, which has taken the blitzball strike zone out. And
68-mile-per-hour drop ball. Nicky spits on it, and I don't know if that's a weird mix of skill or luck. He checks up the swing. I'll give him credit.
No, I think he recognized that. Look at that drop, though. That's crazy.
3-2 count. If you're the pitcher, this is the pitch you try to throw the strike the most possible to get to full.
Went back with the knuckles. That time it had a little arm side drop. You can't really control that. It's just how the pressure is.
And look how close that is to being strike 3. Nicky Cass, second life, full count. First batter for Lovias.
Ooh, did that hit Jolly?
Foul ball. It looks like it did hit Jolly Olive. I said that pretty weird.
We do have a net, but it's protecting no one.
He looks like he's okay. Dan did not in that full count foul ball. The intensity builds. The little jump pitch from Doyle, 64 miles per hour outside. Walk for Nicky Cass, winning run on base for Lovius.
Good at bat by Nicky. Jack is usually, he has so many options in his arsenal that he's always trying to find something. He was doing a jump to the right last week, and it was just impossible to understand what was happening. It was confusing.
It's playing a different sport sometimes. And there's strike one to Dalton Feely, low in the zone.
Is that just a straight fastball?
A little two-seam run on it. But those sometimes those low balls aren't the one you want, Jim.
So that was it.
70 though. That'll be a redo.
Okay. But that was the pitch where he jumps to the
Falling
right.
off to the right.
Yeah. I mean, he's so far to the right when he releases that.
Because you know what that is, Jim. That's falling to the right. The pitch is coming left, and then it comes back to the right. There's just too much. Ooh, I don't know about that. That one stayed up a little bit.
Dalt liked that pitch.
Dalt watches his own replay. Ooh, I don't know, Jim. That could have been game.
If it's, if you're chasing extra base hits, you want to hit pitches that are up in the zone. What in the shit was that?
I think Jack tried to throw a full speed slider.
That was crazy.
I think that was 68 miles per hour, curled right around Dalton's legs. I think he was trying to match Nicky's slider. He tried to slow him down. He tried to give him the local instead of the express, and it almost comes back in and misses that near pipe. What a sick puppy.
He's got a shark tooth on the necklace?
Yeah, both of these guys are sick people in very different ways. Sweet men.
So redo.
Redo either way. Good swing by Dalton to fight off that pitch at 71. 70, 71, 72. Those are our redo ranges. The hook line, boys. They look scared for their next game. The 2-2.
Jack in deep thought. I think he just said a prayer.
Oh. Tries to go back to the slider. The prayer is not answered. It stays around Dalton again.
Hey, Jake, this is the trouble of not
3-2?
scoring, which, we're going to be up against that as well.
But we're going to score.
We hit first, but we'll score. But, you don't want to give the home run, so you get so fine. You want that first out. But you don't want to give up a hard contact.
69 miles per hour, stays low to make it a full count. And this is a pivotal pitch. If you go first and second here with no outs, they've already seen Doyle once each. Cass wipes himself off. Doyle doesn't think.
Redo. 71. A little jazzed up.
He had the plate on it. Dalton was all over that one.
Yeah.
And just, in FYI, if Dalton were to hit that at 71, they could choose to take the result. So if he does hit a double or whatever. We'll do it again. 69, two-seamer, runs right in off the plate. Feely swings over the top out. Huge out for We Got Ice.
And what that does, yeah, it's a nice pitch. Holy crap. And what that does is it allows Nicky to hit a double here, and the game would still continue. But because you have to force the runner in the warehouse. So if they...
Doyle getting a little funky on the mound. I think that's a pipe, Jim. My goodness. What was that?
Slider. That's the sidearm little slider. He puts one knuckle up and wraps his fingers around it. Jack, crazy small hands. People don't know that. Smaller hands than me, and I thought I have small hands.
Yeah. He has the hands of a small boy. And I think he might have hurt us.
Silence.
He realizes he lost the crowd with that pitch.
Yeah, that was people didn't even react.
A banner shot there, Jim.
Yeah, let's get that off screen. That's ugly.
Not enough baggage there. Jack Doyle, the 1-1.
Oh!
A sliding riser. That's been called a slicer by a lot of people at our company.
Oh,
that pitch comes up and in, and I think it was 68. What do you do?
Gross. You do what Nicky did. You just say good pitch and hope it doesn't happen again.
Oh, my goodness!
That's ball.
Jack Doyle goes around the back. 1-2 pitch. Nicky Cass puts a good swing on it. It hits the wall, and it comes right to Doyle for the catch.
Oh, we're going to go to Paxton to see what is that how we thought it was going to go, Pax?
Is this how you thought it was going to go whenever it bounced and you caught it and you walk me through it?
I think that was a little lucky.
Okay. By the way, did you say a prayer on the mound earlier? Jimmy wants to know.
No.
Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you,
I think
Pat.
he did. I'm calling bullshit on the no prayer thing.
So the around the back, it looks like it's coming in the zone up inside. Cass gets his hands in, shoots it the other way, which you want to do in the warehouse.
If that could have come down and hit, Nicky has to swing. And it's just a very unlucky break off a wall that is full of ridges and will give you weird bounces.
Sometimes that'll skip and go to the back wall for a double. Sometimes that'll leak out, and it says the second out of the game. Feely takes low and away with 70 anyways. Oh, now there's a banner that people talk about. The
Sandwich by Rotten.
The 022 Shaky Snakes team. 1-0.
Wow.
And he's found that, Jim.
Wow.
He's found that.
If our social team has tweeted out that pitch and catch it, I need everyone to go retweet it and share it to the moon. That's what the warehouse
That
is
is
all
warehouse
about.
ball.
That is warehouse ball.
1-1 to Feely. Holy cow.
I think these might be purpose pitches, Jake.
You think so?
He
'Cause we saw him
spiked one to
spike
Nicky.
one.
Not actually, but they're working in that way.
It adds a little fear up there. Dalton pauses. Sends it to the same spot, so I don't know, in those two pitches. And it's an underrated thing with a blitzball, Jim. It's so light that if you lose the slot.
Yeah, you can lose your feel for these pitches very, very easily and find oh shit, I'm a foot outside now.
And now it's 4-1 to Dalton Feely. Oh, got him. Says it got him on the hand. We've got cameras. I think that looked like it was skin.
I thought I hit him.
Dalton's face looked like it hit him. That's one of those. Here's the replay. Up and in, yeah. Got his left paw, Jim. And now first and second with the walk to Feely. Double wins it.
Nicky's last swing is, I don't know if that's swimming in his head or he's forgotten about it.
Oh. So it's 70 miles per hour on a check swing. Let's see if it was a swing. It would be a redo.
Oh, I'm going to say no swing.
Ball one.
Ball one.
And in the warehouse, you need to come completely parallel / past the batter's box.
Yeah, 90-degree angle or whatever the hell, perpendicular.
Cass puts a good swing on it. That
redo.
was 71, so it will be a redo. Oh, that one ended up having a lot of play.
Nicky wants that one back.
That one ended up having
You
a lot
think the
of
gum
play.
chewing is something Nicky's excited to bring into the game?
It goes with the love yous unis. Slider. Man, I think Nicky might have got... That's a good pitch by Doyle. It's a slider that ends up in the zone. But if you react to it like that, Jim, you got a chance. Whew.
Jack's dialed up. He's had a lot more pitches over the limit than under. Even balls, like he's 70, 71. Adrenaline comes in.
Feels like it's been more recently, too. He's warmed up on the mound. 2-1 count, first and second. Ooh, that's a nice pitch. He took a little off of that, Jim.
And the thing is there, Nicky thinks that's going to be a two-seamer that's going to run back into the zone a little bit, but it kind of just stays straight.
I think he was trying to get a little more rise on it, but it ended up being a perfect pitch. 2-2 count, 2 outs, first and second, a pitch away.
Oh.
So it's 73. It bounced off the ground and hit his bat. He checked his swing.
It's a ball. 73 is an automatic ball.
73. It's a ball.
70, 71, and 72 are redos. 73 and above is automatic ball. Yeah, control yourself. Oh.
3-2 strikes him out, and Jimmy, the first Blitzball Blitz game, Buenos Cantos.
goes to what we do here in the warehouse. It's called an at-bat off. So, love yous, and we got ice. Every player's going to get one at-bat each, but it's not really an at-bat. It only ends when 3 strikes are recorded or when the ball is put in play. Balls are not counted. Now, we've tried to see if this is the best way to do it for a long time, and we always go to the drawing board, and the reason why is the worst thing, and it's most total bases wins. Now, the worst thing, Jake, that we're trying to avoid here is that, say, Zoe, hits a double and Jack hits a single, they have 3 total bases. Well, when We Got Ice goes to pitch, they're just going to intentionally walk Lovius twice and give him 2 total bases, and then the game's over, and now we're intentionally walking people to lose. Or then people said, we'll make walks worth 2 total bases. Like, well, now the walk is like the best possible outcome, so people aren't going to swing.
So both players from each team will get 1 at-bat, then the other team will follow either 3 strikes or a ball in play. Balls will not be counted. Most total bases wins. And this is going to be fun. We've got like we've seen, 2 of the best pitchers in the warehouse. And I do like that. I mean, Nicky and Jack Doyle are going to have no fear. They're planning on striking out both batters, as they can do. And yeah, we're going to keep the ball bucket out there for this because balls don't matter. So we want to keep this moving as quickly as possible for you guys. Before we get to the baggage, first hook line game coming up in a minute.
They're stalling us a little bit. We got 3K people in the chat for the at-bat off. Thank you guys very much for joining us. And if you want to join us in person, just remember the playoffs for this league will take place at Billy's. Billy's, if you're a Yankees fan, you know the place. It's a giant. It used to be like a theater in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And so it's like a warehouse that they turned into a bar. And we're heading there. It's sponsored by DraftKings and Scott's Miracle Grow. You can buy your tickets right now. You can also buy the early access tickets. There's only 50 of them on sale, but you can put your name in a raffle to do content with us. You can, whatever team doesn't make it,
you
might be able to
access.
Yeah, you get it an hour early, so you can choose your best seat. You get to do content with us, be it a ref guess or a trivia or grid video, and you can maybe put your name in a hat to get picked to face some of our players before the game starts.
Little update from our stats section. My Jess says I'm doing a great job in the chat.
That's awesome. Katie, where are you?
And that will set us up. Nicky Cass on the bump versus Jack Doyle. Woo.
Good take from Doyle.
First pitch, 69 slot. Jim, you're a pitching thinker.
Yep.
If you have Nicky's slider right now,
I throw it. That's nice. Jack only saw the slider, so in Jack's head, he's probably sitting slider. I think he was a little late to that fastball. So, but Nicky, I can't get in Nicky's head. He doesn't think like me. He just throws whatever he wants to throw.
That's true.
He should go slider out of the zone here, see if Jack will expand, because Jack does expand the zone sometimes.
Ball up, so there's 1 strike on Doyle. He got him with that 66-mile-per-hour 2-seamer.
That was a knuckle drop that didn't drop.
Just a knuckle, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack Doyle. Oh, wow.
That is devastating. We've had 2 off the wall, devastating. So it's where it lands, guys, and we're playing in a warehouse. We don't want true outcome. We want pinball bullshit, and that's what we got right there. Jake, that misses that. It might go for a home run. Instead, it's a foul ball. Real nice swing by Jack.
We have seen the blue wall really kick into gear this game, and now there's 2 strikes on Jack. Man. Oh, and he gets him. Little drop or slide, and it hits the gray corner. Sometimes you'll hear us talk about the pipes and say it hits the blue. When it hits the gray, that means you got it perfectly on the corner. And I think that is more of a curveball over the top, Jim.
That's the knuckle drop that he throws. Yeah, it's just man, trading wall shots seems unfair, or seems fair.
Eye for an eye.
But Doyle's to come a nice swing, on a nice pitch. Nicky was on a trick pitch. Nicky should have won that.
And now a lot of pressure.
Oh, Nicky's coming right at him. I like it. And remember here, this is an at-bat up. There's no 3 outs. It's just 2 at-bats. Right now they're at 0 total bases. Zoe is trying to get him on the board.
If you're Zoe, you just want to put a barrel on it. Oh, my God, but it's hard to put a barrel on that, Jim.
That's just a nasty slider. I'm glad we don't play him today. I hope when we do, he's lost it.
You almost, not to get too far into strategy, you almost have to stand on the plate.
Take it away.
He
hit me in the head.
Oh, that one had a little more plate. Zoe puts a good swing on it, and that's the second strike from Cass. Zoe with a pretty smile, but he wants the replay. Happens quick, Jim.
0-2. Or 2. No, doesn't matter. Wow, 74.
That ball moved a lot.
Jake, I think if you go back to Blitzball Battle 2 is when everyone was on the plate to get rid of those sweeping sliders and curves. And now people have opened up a little because people stopped throwing them. And now Nicky's exploiting it.
Comes over the top on that one, stays outside. Still 2 strikes on Zoe. I think they're talking on the sideline. I think they're just sitting slider at this point. Oh. Nicky thought he had him there. I mean, that's a weird mix of at your chin, and then it almost hits the corner of that zone. That's unreal. Our replay was still happening, so Nicky stepped off. Courtesy to all our guys in the truck.
Oh.
And there it is again. He strikes out both We Got Eyes guys. Oh, no. Insult to injury. Zoe just knocked down the bats again. Dalton's way too nice and sprints over to help.
I don't know if we can go show a replay of that last pitch. I know you had to get off it to show Zoe, and now it's a contraption. We got 3 Stooges putting this thing back up. I mean, it's a very simple trick. You just can't put too many bats on. I think Dalton's going to put too many bats back on. Look at this pitch, Jake. At 45 feet, not a lot of time. And you know what? Oh, Zoe kind of just missed it, actually.
Yeah, because when that crosses over the actual play where you'd make contact, it's still hittable.
Yeah, and that's why it's not a bad swing from Zoe. It's just hard to square up.
Nicky tastes himself, watches his own replay. That'll get him hyped up for the at-bat. So,
next game is Nicky and Jack Doyle in the booth. So if anyone has questions for them about the game, put them in the chat, and our guys monitoring might throw it up there for you.
It's going to be interesting to see Jack Doyle's approach here. He had a warm-up pitch. He went full goof on it, looked underhand. Do you send Nicky or Dalton up first? Does it matter to you?
Nicky's always going to go first.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the way he does it. Someone said, what's to stop the pitcher from hitting the batter? There's no walk, so there's no hit by pitches either. It has to end with 3 strikes or a ball put in play. We want action here.
Bingo. So, with that, Jack Doyle takes the bump. 1 hit from Lovias will end it. Let's see what Jack has up his sleeve. A taste of his own medicine, James. That's what that is.
That's so gross. Slings it like he doesn't give a fuck about anything and gets the bottom inside gray. Nicky looked like he wasn't looking for that.
Woo! That's the jump 2-seamer as we're inventing new pitches. Really good take by Nicky there.
That one twisted me up.
Yeah.
So much.
So there's 1 strike on Nicky. And Nicky Cass drives it back up the middle for a hit. And Lovias in the swing off gets it done. 2 great pitching performances, and it ends with a Lovias win, Jim.
That was exciting, man. I'm not going to be in the booth again, so I'm going to miss you guys. Thanks for hanging out, but a hell of a way to start. So much shenanigans, so many good pitches, and a nice rope up the middle from Nicky on a pitch that would have been a redo, but he puts it in play. So Yeah.
Little bit of a prediction. The pitching may be different next game. We had fun with you guys. We are going to kick it down to Paxton, and we'll see you guys on the field. Thank you, guys.
Yes, I got Dalton here. Nikki, your teammate, is getting in the booth. Walk me through that win. A lot of patience I saw from you at the plate.
Man, that was the Nikki Cass game, man. He just shut down. He felt so good on the mound warm-up. He said, I'm not allowing the ball to be hit hard today. And that's what he did. He did a fantastic job. And that at bat versus Jack, he was looking for something juicy. One mistake, and Nick just made a great piece.
I love that. So I want to hear from you, though, about your game. A lot of patience from you at the plate. You didn't jump on anything from Jack Doyle. Walk me through your thought process.
With Jack, you got to pick and choose because his pitches are so filthy. He's an unbelievable man with those pitches. I just wanted to wait until I got something, and, I never did, but I got hit by a pitch, so that was contributing.
I love that. Dalton, thank you for your time. Zoe, come on. Welcome. That was a close game. That was an even matchup with you two teams. First bat-off that we see in the first game in the Blitzball Blitz. Walk me through that.
Well, I would love to talk to the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought. Was my swing a little late or off? I felt like I was kind of on Nicky. His slider, man. It's not even like real on camera. In person, it feels like it's going to hit you in the face every single time. So let me know what you guys thought and how I can get better of that.
I love that. We're going to throw it back to the booth, answer some questions, get our standings. Back to you guys.
Wow. It is hot in the booth, and Blitzball is hot in the streets. Here's my co-host, Nikki Tass, and my counterpart in just that post-game. I'm doing commentary for you. Where are we?
We just wrapped up probably the hottest game in warehouse history. I think it was at least 97.8 degrees in here.
But no fans in the chat and right in front of us blowing air.
Yeah, and I just want to be clear. Let's talk about the game a little bit. When I was snapping those Snapdragons.
Yes.
I just wanted to apologize. A couple of them got in there to Zoe a little bit, and it wasn't personal.
Well, I took offense to the ones that came in and then were also strikes.
Right.
Resulting in us getting out via you.
Right.
I mean, and we have them right here. Look at these replays. You hit the walk-off hit off me, so I guess we'll start there.
I got to be honest, that's tough to watch.
It had a little run, but it's really just a four-seam. That's a ball, and you just went down there and got it. And then a nice hug right there between you guys.
Well, the thing was about it, I was like, there's no way I'm not going to see that slider. The first one you threw me, I was like, oh my God, he's going to throw it to me all game, and I'm not going to be able to touch it.
Yeah.
The first one I saw, boom.
Wish I would have known that, and I would have thrown the slider.
But this is why we talk about it after the game.
Right, that's true. Oh, and there it is. Whoop! You're a little behind the back. A little.
Oh, yeah, dude, this?
That's pretty cool. That was a strike. You fight it off.
That was like a fuck that swing.
Yes. I mean, I can't believe I made that catch, or I'm viral for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Well, game one is officially done. We're warming up for game two. Let's head over to Paxton to show you guys where we're at.
Yes,
Go, Pax.
I've got the standings brought to you by DraftKings. That's important. Ice, I'm sorry. We have to do a 0. And we have to do a 1 for losses, and we have to do a 1, and we have to do a 0. Don't forget, this is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code WAREHOUSE. Back to you guys in the booth to awkwardly talk about this last game and this new game.
And a little more from DraftKings. NFL season is officially here, and we've partnered up with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the National Football League, to bring all new customers an exciting way to join in on the action now. New customers download the DraftKings app, use promo code WAREHOUSE, bet just $5, and boom, $200 in bonus bets hit your account instantly. So don't wait any longer. Get some skin in the game and download the DraftKings app now. DraftKings customers can also get skin in the game with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, no problem. You can still get in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code WAREHOUSE. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code WAREHOUSE only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Thank you all for tuning in. We got about 3,000 people watching us live right now, which is amazing. Thank you all for tuning in on this Thursday night. Couple of questions from the chat. Number one, Jacob Goodwin. I actually could look like Jakob. J-A-K-O-B.
I'd go with Jacob.
You sure? Because there's a runner whose first name is spelled like that, and it's Jakob. But anyways, JG, Nikki, you're going to pitch in game 3, or is Dalton towing the slab? Dalton and I talked about it before the first game. And essentially, if we got the win, then Dalton was definitely going to be the one pitching. So I'm excited about that because Dalton has been a menace. When we've been doing these warm-up games and we've been testing this out, Dalton has just been lights out. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
He has been really good. And speaking of really good, and maybe kind of good, Dan Canobio on the mound, the only lefty in these parts, going up against the owners of the whole damn thing. Jimmy and Jake, this should be a pretty good matchup, a little bit different than our pitching styles.
Yeah, 100%.
But we kind of got a more thoughtful pitchers on the mound going up against a veteran lefty. And let's hear from the other guy, Jolly, now with Paxton.
Jolly, I gotta ask you, these franchises have never faced each other in a blitzball game, but you have faced Baggage and Dan has faced Baggage. Walk me through the strategy up against this.
Well, we were gifted the home field advantage for today, which is great because Dan feels great. You know, his left shoulder's not bothering him, so he's going to go up there, throw up a 0, and then we're just going to kind of take it one at bat at a time. We'll only need one run at that point, and I think we both feel really good about where we're at the plate.
I love that. Thanks, Jolly. Back to you guys in the booth. Going to go find the other team.
Now let's find the other team, the owners, who are not in the owner suite, but they sure are sweet owners. Jimmy Jake. Right to Pax.
Right to Pax. Let's send it to Pax. That was good.
I wish you could have heard what I just heard from Jack Doyle. The owners talking about owner suites and all of this. Hook line is going up against Baggage. How are you guys going to attack this game?
We got to score runs, like a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Jolly hits both of us pretty well, but Jake's got him.
Honestly, I'm not going to ask anything else. I'm going to throw it back to the booth and let them warm up.
What a simple answer.
What a simple
we
answer.
got to score runs. No shit.
Yeah.
No shit. But when you're going up against guys like Jolly Olive and Dan Canobio, sneaky good. Jolly's put a lot of good clutch swings on the ball in other previous blitzball battles. The energy in here is hot.
Hot.
But I can't even imagine the energy at Billy's on October 1st. Blitzball Blitz is heading to Billy's Sports Bar for the playoffs thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scott's Miracle Grow. Bring your family, bring everybody you know. Doors open at 11 a.m. You could buy your ticket now at the link below in the description. And we're getting started here.
We're heading into Game 2. Canobio on the bump, looking like a ball player, as always, wearing what looks like Crocs? Perhaps not. Perhaps an upper-class version of Crocs.
Those are called cane footwear. They're high-class Crocs, as you said. They're made out of sugar cane.
Not an ad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
And Jolly looks like if a grasshopper could play baseball. So that's a storyline to watch for. He will be in the field. Dan warming up. Big veteran lefty with Rocky Storiali leading off.
Why did I call him Rocky?
I think because he lived in Denver.
What?
Like the Denver, Colorado Rockies.
Okay.
That was always my assumption, but I mean, who knows? Here's the first pitch from Canobio. Bottom glass. Little two-seam.
That pitch is so hard to hit because out of a lefty's hand, it looks like it's going to skate right out of the strike zone, and he dots it there for strike one. Dan Canobio's feeling pretty good. You can see it in his eyes.
He's working with a two-seam and a slider. Let's see what he brings here. Another two-seam down. Even the count 1-1.
Haven't seen much out of Jake in the stick recently, but hoping we can get back to it here.
Yeah. Hoping for some vintage Battle 1 Jake Storiali swings. There's one. Fastball up in the zone, fouls it straight off the radar.
And look at that pitch right there. Goes right up. It's kind of a defensive swing out of Jake Storiali. You could tell he wanted it bad.
Defensive swing on what could be a homer pitch. Those up fastballs when you can get extended.
You just put the barrel on it and go right up.
It's another delivery. Inside, just misses. Wow, that camera quality looks good.
I was going to say, nice little pan to Jim. His face is looking great. Look at those guns out of Jake.
2-2 pitch. Leaves one there. Is Dan gonna dive? He's not even close. He didn't even leave the mound.
Another defensive swing though out of Storiali. You got to be up there with some intent. You know what I mean? You got to be up there wanting to hit. He's just kind of get that out of here. I want to see something out of Jake.
That's the classic getting used to seeing a lefty. So.
Yep.
2-2 pitch. There's the slider. Hits him in the foot.
What do you think Jolly's thinking about right now?
Hitting.
Yeah, he doesn't care about anything else.
Doesn't care.
All he wants to do is get his at bat.
He just wants to swing the stick. Chopped right down. Dan makes the easy play. Those are backbreakers, folks.
And on the mound, that feels really good. If I'm Dan Canobio, I feel like the tension sort of just released.
Yes.
In our previous game, too, that first pitch that Zoe got for the out. The stress is gone.
I hit one of those to you, and you
boom, look at this. Easy.
That's such a nice, easy play to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a better start besides a K.
What a rush for him. One out in the top of the first, and these are one-inning games, so every pitch matters. Strike, pipe, down below the zone.
And to build on top of that one-inning game, every single pitch, ball, strike, everything matters because there's no bottom of the ninth. The bottom of the first is our bottom of the 9.
Paints the bottom left. That deception of a lefty. Lefty deception.
Tell you what, man, those lefties are really tough to hit.
They are. We really only have seen a couple lefties.
And every single one of them has been disgusting. I can't figure them out.
Here's the pitch. Jimmy fouls one off his foot. Almost suffered the same outcome as Jake, but his shin came in to save him like Messi scoring a goal.
Look at that bat twirl out of Jimmy O'Brien. After he swings.
Yeah.
You guys have a really good bat twirl.
That was a one-handed defensive swing off his own foot. Here's the 0-2. Jimmy's in trouble. And
he sits right back down.
Yeah.
And he sits right back down.
That's a tough 3 pitches for Jimmy. But what a pitch.
Look at that. Look at how it moves. It looks like it's coming right into the zone, and then it just drifts out of it.
It looks like it's a cat toy, and your cat bats it off the screen. You know what I'm saying? Here's the pitch. Bottom again. Dan cannot miss.
You know, really, when it comes to play-by-play and the color guy, you're supposed to leave the color guy on a cliffhanger. I don't even know what the fuck to say to that.
That was a cliffhanger.
My cat swatted it?
Yeah, you got cats. Here's the pitch. Another bottom pipe. What is going on?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm still thinking about the cat comment. Look at that. Short swing from Jake Storiali. I mean, it paints the bottom right corner of the zone.
That's not a bad swing. Another one. Oh! Off the ump. That's going to be a single.
That's going to be a single. Folks, if you're just tuning in to Blitzball Blitz right now, anything on the ground that hits the wall and is not fielded by the defender is a single.
Let's send down to Paxton to interview the ump who just got berated with that ball.
Are you okay?
I almost caught it.
That would not be good.
It like hit the top of my foot, and then I almost caught it with my left hand. I almost wanted to catch it.
All right,
Love
he's talking
that.
too much. Send
Always
it back.
be ready.
That was like in soccer, that would be called good.
Right.
Good first touch.
Blitzball.
Blitzball bat.
Blitzball bat.
Yeah. And this is the Blitzball Blitz. Here's the pitch. Dan's got to be feeling confident. Here's the 0 delivery.
Yeah. If I'm Dan, I'm basically on the first class ticket to the Bahamas right now. You know, that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah. 1 inning game, 1 out away from putting himself in a great position.
And these innings are so huge, being that it's 1 inning. You have to get ahead. If you're pitching, you got to make sure that you shut it out, because then when you're going on offense, it's easy breezy.
Easy breezy.
Speaking of easy breezy, we're going to have an easy breezy time at Billy's for the playoffs, thanks to our live event sponsors at DraftKings and Scott's Miracle Grow. Buy your tickets now at the link in below to watch the semifinals and championship live on October 1st. Billy Sports Bar in the Bronx. Bring everybody.
The 3-0 pitch. Jimmy leaves another low one.
I want to see everybody at Billy's.
I want to see everyone at Billy's.
Bring yourself. Bring your brother, your sister. If you don't have them, find some.
Yeah.
And then bring them too. You know.
4-0 pitch. Jimmy leaves another one. That's a great bounce back at bat.
It's a dog shit pitch out of Dan. No, it really is. It's just a dog shit pitch. There's nothing good about that pitch that he just threw.
I do love the patience from Jimmy turning in a 3-pitch strikeout to a 5-pitch walk. That's a nice revenge story.
That's what we call great blitzball IQ.
Yes. Oh.
And he just lost it. Dan's lost it. This is the problem about being 37 and being in a blitzball blitz battle.
You can lose it.
You can lose it. And he just found it.
Big swing. He found it, folks.
He just found it. He lost it, and then he found it.
Big swing from Jake. Rocky Storiali, where we still don't know what the Rocky means.
You sure it's not about the movie? Look at that pitch, first of all. Boom. Oh,
What a
Jake
pitch.
wanted
That's that
it
cat
so
bat
bad.
swing.
What?
I'm going to stop talking.
about
I'm going to
cats.
stop it. I'm going to stop. There's that slider. Jake leaves it. Wow. No.
Good pitch. Good pitch. Jake kind of looks like Franklin the Turtle. Here, look at that pitch. Boom.
He does a little bit. Or Rajon Rondo.
Okay.
I loved him. His behind the back. Maybe that's why I learned behind the back. Rajon Rondo. Here's the pitch. Jake leaves it high. I will say Baggage has had great discipline on those high pitches.
100%. And it's so frustrating, too, being out there and throwing a pitch up in the zone or pitches just outside the zone, and it's like they're not even thinking about it. That discipline hurts.
The 3-1 just misses low. Baggage putting up a great fight.
You know, I got to
down.
be honest, pretty live with the at-bats here. They're working great counts. And if I'm Dan Canobio and I know that I lost it, I don't know how I'm going to find it.
Maybe on this pitch, the 4-1. Right down the middle.
Oh, that just came out of nowhere. That thing He said, look what I found. Boom.
That had some zip.
A little bit of zip, 10 miles an hour faster than his original fastball.
Runners on first and second, 2 down. Here's the full count delivery. Fouls it right down, just misses.
This is a moment, folks. This is a moment. It's 1 inning. We got 2 outs, a full count, man, on first and second. Both Dan and Jake locked in.
Will he go with the slider? He does.
Oh, he does?
That's a single.
And he sends it up the middle for a single. Jake Storiale coming up clutch in these 1 inning games. Can you believe that?
Whoa!
Can you believe that?
Wow. That's that classic Jake swing?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, little.
You golf, right?
Yeah.
What is it? A slice?
Like a little, it almost looks like Clint Frazier. We'll look at it here, boom. That little short swing.
Yeah, and that's crazy because he split the 2 defenders.
Look at this.
He curved the ball around the 2 defenders.
and it goes right up in there.
Oh, it's like ultimate frisbee.
Somebody really wants to go to Billy's.
Yes.
Somebody really wants to go to Billy's, and his name is Jake Storiale.
We're not playing at a farmhouse, but is Jake the Billy Goat? Here's the pitch. It's high, right off the camera.
How long you been thinking of saying that one?
A couple pitches.
Folks, I don't think you understand the magnitude of what we got going on. We got bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-0 count. Oh, this is an opportunity to jump ahead here. If I'm Jimmy O'Brien, I'm excited right now.
A 2-out rally.
A 2-out rally
From team
in the
baggage.
top of the ninth.
Lets one go,
Top of the
pipes
first.
it up. It is really the 9th inning.
It's the top of the 9th inning.
Every inning is in the 9th inning.
Every
That sounds like a
inning
We
is
Got
the
Ice
9th inning.
video.
Every inning. You know those guys, We Got Ice?
Yeah, good guys.
I hate them.
Oh. Got any analysis on that swing?
Tension is building. I got no analysis on that swing. He was a little afraid there.
3-1. What's
3-1.
Ken gonna go to? The 2-seamer, the slider.
Oh!
Don't do that. Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Dude, you said don't do that.
Oh, my bad.
Hands under.
Sorry.
Yeah. Here's a pitch. Oh. That's a 72. That's a 72. That's a redo.
We got a 72. We got a 72. We got
72 on the redo there.
We got a 72.
Any pitch over 69 is a redo.
Oh, wait, that's a 65.
I don't think so. I think that
Thing, it showed 72 before.
Do we have a conspiracy? That's a foul ball
That's a
into the
65.
zone. That will be an out.
I think you got to sit him down.
I think you got to sit him down.
I think you got to sit him down. Dan doesn't know what the call is. We have 2 umpires. None of them saying shit.
I think, yeah, that's an out. Wow.
That's an out. That's an out.
I mean,
Paxton, go figure out what's going on down there.
Who should I ask?
I don't know. I don't know.
Give us your thoughts.
What just happened out there, Dan?
I don't know. It's so hot. Battle. Jake saw me good.
Tell Dan to
Came
shut
out
up
throwing
about the
a lot
heat.
of strikes.
All
Felt
right?
good. And then that Jake hit. Where am I? Jake hit. Got me rattled a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but battled out.
Dan, Nikki actually said, shut up about the heat. I just wanted to.
Why is he like, I don't know
Always
why he's
complaining about the heat.
always
But
complaining
you
about
know
the
what you
heat.
shouldn't complain about?
NFL season is officially here and partnered up with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the National Football League, to bring all new customers an exciting way to join in on the action now. New customers download the DraftKings app and use promo code WAREHOUSE and bet just $5 and boom, $200 in bonus bets hit your account instantly. So don't just wait any longer. Get some skin in the game and download the DraftKings app now. DraftKings customers can also get skin in the game with same game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, no problem. You can still get on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code WAREHOUSE. Just bet $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code WAREHOUSE only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Jake Storiale looking out like he's out there for blood right now. Look at that. Just a face of...
No, we haven't seen Jake on the
Just
mound
a face
in a
of-
while.
I mean...
in an official, like, warehouse tournament setting.
Yeah.
But I have to say, he's been on the up and up in these scrimmages and these practices. He has that nice low release.
Yep.
Where his arm is low.
Yep.
So the ball stays low and it just. Boop.
Yeah. You know too.
The fly on your hand. That was crazy.
That's what you're pointing at?
Yeah.
I just lost my fucking train of thought.
You said
I said, too, he was throwing me BP today.
Yes.
And even me in the back of my head, in my subconscious, I was like, Jake looks a little bit different today. Now, we're going to see, folks. Man, the energy in here is crazy. The tension in here is crazy. They just got out of a bases-loaded situation. Hook, line, sinkers, looking for a chance to come back. By the way, this is the bottom of the ninth.
And a little backstory. Jolly's last 2 at-bats against Jimmy and Jake were both walk-off homers. As the first pitch skips down 68, that will be a ball.
And he's got another opportunity here to do the same.
Another opportunity.
He's got another walk-off opportunity.
We are in the bottom of the ninth. A homer wins it. A couple doubles wins it. Here's the 1-0. Jake trying to get on the strike board. And he will.
And you want to know the other thing, too, about this? Jolly, yes, has 2 walk-offs, but Dan is 4 for 4 against Jimmy and Jake. 2 for 2 with 2 singles off of Jimmy. 2 for 2 with 2 home runs off of Jake.
That's what you would call good odds for them to win this game, if you were betting this game. Number 0 in the box. Lets one go, and that's sprinkling right on the top pipe.
Oh, wow.
What pitch was that? Let's take a look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Disgusting. Just this pure filth. Oh, boom, strike.
Little baby cutter. Jolly just couldn't pull the trigger. Now he finds himself in a 1-2 count. Oh, just misses outside. Little two-seam action there.
Oh, man. You know, these 2 guys are getting a little too comfortable with their championship hats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
I just felt the need to say that.
I'm glad you did. The 2-2. Rips it, and that's it's a walk-off homer.
Another walk-off!
That's 3 in a row.
Another walk-off! Are you
That's
kidding
3 in
me?
a row.
Are you kidding me? It's 3!
I'm perplexed.
It's 3 walk-offs! Are you serious?
I can't believe my eyes. It's all he
Jolly
does.
the walk-off king?
Let's, Paxton, get in there. I don't know what's going on. Put a mic in Jolly's face. Or Jimmy's.
I can't.
Put a mic in Jolly's face?
Yeah.
I can't.
That was fun. Hey,
Holy
he dialed up to
shit.
68. He was making some really good pitches, but I like that one up and away, and that's where you put it. Yeah, that's it.
Personally, I liked his other walk-off interview because he didn't say anything. But I'm going to throw it back to the booth, and they're going to have some final thoughts.
It feels like the game just begun, and now it has ended. A walk-off homer, and the first at-bat, Jolly is a very dangerous man. That pitch, 67, up and in, that's where Jolly likes him. That's what Jake didn't know. And an immediate bat flip, great bat flip. Do you make a face? Oh, you're, okay.
I don't know what to say. Never in my entire life
Never?
have I seen a moment so amazing to where 2 times previously Jolly has put the ball over the wall and walked it off. And then he comes out here in Blitzball Blitz, I almost fell off the bleachers, and does it again. This is the excitement that we're after. And
I cannot believe it. Paxton, go talk to the losing team.
Yeah, I'm down here with Jimmy, and I gotta ask you, what is it about hook line and baggage and walk-offs and moments like that in the warehouse, even live?
Well, 1 inning game, a lot of walk-offs, but Jolly is just a guy that you can't miss a spot to at all right now. He just hits like crazy, and that was a high fastball. But I did nothing,
game,
so
Sam,
I didn't
don't
really help
worry.
Jake out. I feel bad. Kind of stink.
What'd you see from Dan Canobia on the mound? He seemed pretty locked in there for a while, but you guys started to figure him out after a few pitches.
Yeah, 1 inning's tough. Dan, the pitch he struck me out had so much movement, and then I don't know, he lost his zone. I was excited about that. I thought he was going to lose his zone again, and I tipped it down. I don't know. I like hitting against Dan, so that stunk. I stink right now. Feels bad.
We'll go cool off, maybe get some deodorant on, but I'm going to talk to Dan Canobia. Dan, come on.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow. What do you got on that?
Just got to say wow. Wow.
Sometimes you just got to say wow, and wow is all you got?
Jolly has ice in his veins. The kid is unbelievable. I've seen a lot of big performances in my day in the boxing world. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Jolly Olive is among those names. He's that clutch.
Wow, that's insane. I'm throwing it back to the new booth for the last game of the day.
Hey guys.
Hi, Jake.
Good to be in the booth. Zoe, what'd you think of that last game?
Honestly, I thought you had Jolly there. I'm surprised he was able to get that one out. I mean, that's just a good swing by him. Immediate bat flip. right at you, I was kind of shocked. Jelly's like a very nice guy. Homer immediately stares you down and gives you kind of like an FU right away.
Man, and
a hat throw across the warehouse.
So here's where I'm at. So that pitch is too much middle. It's middle up, and that's a hittable pitch.
Yeah.
What's making I wish
crazy celebration.
I needed the ceiling to kick in a little bit. Like this, when's the warehouse gonna give us a hop? But no, that pitch is on me. What's driving me nuts is the pitch before that. I did a hesitation. I did leg up, leg down. Dude, I missed the pipe by a quarter of an inch. Would have been a strikeout looking. But the bigger thing is, and we're seeing in these one-inning games, if you don't, here's a replay of the pitch.
That's a great
dude,
pitch.
That's with a leg hesitation, Zoe. Do that again. Show the people. That's leg. This is leg up, leg.
Oh, that's a great pitch, man.
That's 68 outside. That should be strike 3. Could have been strike 3. It was not. Jolly hits a walk-off, and now me and Jimmy are Eskimo bros with Jolly.
That's not great, but we should see where you guys are in the standings after that, Homer.
We're going to send the standings to Paxton. Paxton, I know where we are. Where's everyone else?
Well, right now I've just refilled out this board. I'm going to wait until the last game to move these around for the official standings because we are seeing Lovius play again. So this is where we're at. I'm sorry, Jake. We had to put a 0 here. We had to put a 1. It's uncomfortable, but I'm going to throw it back to you in the booth. Don't forget, DraftKings, use code WAREHOUSE, and you can have some fun. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Paxton. And for our final game of the day, 2 franchise teams that I think everyone was a little shocked when we found this out, have never played Lovias in Pinstripe Strong. So
you see, and I think we have one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher, and the best hitter by far in Ludab in this matchup. But Nicky's not pitching. I do believe Dalton's getting a bump because they beat us, which made me sad. But let's hear from Dalton, who should be our starting pitcher right now with Paxton.
Dalton, you guys have never seen Pinstripe, and that is a crazy stat to say. What is your overall attack going up against this team?
Well, both these guys can swing the bat, man. Like, they can swing. We've seen Lou. I mean, and Joe's got a couple bumps, too. We got to be very careful when we're on the bump, right? We got to make sure we're all good. Nick's going to pitch game 2 again. I said to Nick, you're mowing them down game 1 with where you got ice. Let's just do it again with game 2. How about it? And so we just got to attack the zone, catch some W's.
Well, there you go, guys. We're going to see Nick on the mound again. Back to you guys. I'm going to go find the other team.
Wow, so how about that?
Am I a liar?
You're a liar. That's 2 separate things. So, wow. I mean, honestly, Lovias, 2 games in 1 day that if the pitcher does get worn out, Nicky looked great. You have to throw him. You have to.
You have to.
Paxton, you are with, I think a lot of people here would vote, the best hitter in the warehouse. You're with Luda Banger.
The one and only standing with. Let's make it quick. What's your strategy against Lovias? Never seen him before.
Best strategy is just got to hit. Just got to hit. I think we do a good job at hitting, and I get to pitch.
I love that. So. Okay, Lou's going to pitch. Back to you guys in the booth.
Lou is going to pitch. My prediction here is, you know what? I think there's been I wouldn't say chalk today. I think Pinstripe finds it. Dude, Lou's been waiting.
Yeah.
Lou's been waiting. I'm going 1-0 Pinstripes. What do you got?
I think Lovias are going to win. I don't know if Lou can get Nicky and Dalton out. I think that's the sneaky thing about Lovias. They're great hitters.
Yeah.
Man. They put up very good at-bats. So
Balanced.
I'm going to ride with Lovias mainly because they beat me, and I want to feel better about losing.
Pax?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Lovias as well. Even though I think Ludab is standing there and wanting to hit, I got their fire with Lovias. They got to roll.
Their second game of the day. They've got some at-bats under them. Be interesting to see how that pays off for them. And here we go. Nicky Cass is taking the mound. Lou will lead off for Pinstripe Strong as we do our final game here in the warehouse. Again, thank you to everyone who's live with us. Thank you for everyone who's tuning in after. Can't wait to see you the next couple weeks.
And I can't wait to see you at Billy's because Blitzball Blitz is heading to Billy's for the playoffs thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scott's Miracle-Gro. Buy your tickets now at the link below to watch the semifinals and championship live on October 1st at Billy's Sports Bar in the Bronx. Door opens at 11 a.m. Bring your family. It should be a good time, Jake. Hopefully me and you are both playing.
And there is the first pitch from Nicky Cass, 62 miles per hour, a little over the top. I think that might have been his dropper. And, man, Nicky versus Lou to start off. So
it's a good matchup right here.
And just a reminder, as Lou takes ball 1, code FROG 20% off general admission to Billy's in the Bronx. So do that now. It's only live during the stream, so hey now.
Oh, gosh. See, that's like, I am having PTSD right now. Nicky, when he finds a pitch, like that's the slide. Oh, two-seam. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah. It starts off the plate, bottom bar, and now it's 1-2 to Lou to banger. Lou waits on that one. It was out of the zone, dropped back in, and Lou smartly just flicked.
For a while, Nicky was a two-pitch pitcher. You just had slider and two-seam, but now he's got this over-top knuckle drop that's just causing me nightmares.
And man, how about, we said we were hyped out about this. Blitzball rankings, Nicky Cass dropped to 13 today. All he's done is won. Lou Dab is at 24, and he takes outside 68 miles per hour to even up the count at 2-2.
You see, I really like Nicky's slider in this at-bat. I think he hasn't shown it a lot to Lou yet, and he's never faced him. So maybe it's just me, but I think he can catch him here.
It's got to be in the back of Lou's head. He's standing off the plate a little bit. There it was. Nicky kept it too far inside. A little apology from him.
I like that.
That's nice.
I see the difference about Nicky's and Jack's slider is Jack throws his slider low, so it's at your knees. Nicky's comes by your face.
And Lou battling. A little leg kick on that swing. 3-2 count.
You see, I think if you can get Lou out right here, you can be a lot more careful of him the rest of the game because you already got one out. And you can try to go after those a little bit if you're Nicky.
That did look a lot like the pitch Jolly Olive took yard on me, but that's okay. 3-2. Good take by Lou.
Nicky rocking the gum in the mouth today.
Yeah, Jim commented on that too. I don't know if that's with the new Love Yous unis. I'm not sure what that's about, but headband, gum, and a full count to set the tone of this final game of the day. And he tries to front door him with that slider. It almost comes back, so it didn't make it all the way back, though. Good walk by Lou.
Now he misses that pitch, huh?
Yeah, right?
How many times did he hit pipe? That was a good at-bat by Lou. And you got to feel like Lou was just analyzing him the entire time. Like, well, okay, what does he got?
And Joe's McFly gets, I think, a changeup. First pitch from Nicky. A ton of run on it, but that's a dangerous pitch to Joe's. That's a little more his hitting speed.
It is, and this is the matchup to look out for. Joe's is 1 for 6 against Nicky in his career was 5 strikeouts.
Oh, and it's 0-2, 63. Lou went down. Didn't love that. Joe's 0-2, and that's a nice little outside fastball.
Nicky's so explosive, dude.
And if you're Nicky, now you're entered the Tiger's chamber. He can throw that slider. He can heat one up. He can do whatever he wants here. And a good take by Joe's. Gets back in the at-bat. And something I think we've seen every Blitzball thing we've done with Joe's, the more pitches he sees, the more locked in he gets.
Mm-hmm. I will say, first at-bat of a tournament after not playing Blitzball while getting Nicky stuff.
Oh, he got a piece of that.
All right.
64-mile-per-hour slider, the pitch we've been talking about. Had a little plate. Joe's just nicks it, and he'll stay alive. If I'm Nicky, I think I'm gassing him up here.
Oh, yeah.
And he does. Oh, a little riser, I think.
Yeah, that was a little bit. He took a little bit off that, it seemed like. That was interesting. You don't see that a lot from Nicky.
Man, that
high up there.
That pitch just never comes down. Yeah, I mean, that starts at the top bar, goes up a little bit. Nice pitch by Nicky, 1 out. And this is where Pinstripe Strong, who I've been lucky enough to play a couple times with some unfortunate endings, it's a chess game.
It is.
Because Lou's so feared that you don't want to give up the meatball.
But you see, Nicky's the type of guy, he doesn't care who's in the box. He's going to pitch against them, even if it's like not the smartest decision. He's going at him, and you got to respect that. That was a lot of
But
glass.
I mean, that had a lot of play,
man.
man.
That was a lot of glass, man.
That's your one pitch from Lou to making this a 2-0 game. And we haven't seen one of the first hitting teams get in front first, because that, Lou? Oh, it gets through Feely. Wow, I thought he had that, though.
Dalton's a really good fielder. I'm surprised he didn't come up with that one. It seems like it might have crossed him up here at the end. Let's take a look. Oh, maybe he's just got a bit of a bad step there. That's a tough break.
I know exactly what that is, though. That's floorball goalie. When you drop down, you leave a little hole as you go to the ground, and I think it just snuck through there. Lou inside outs it, first and second.
You're still not upset if you're Nikki, though, because if you just get your outs here against a matchup you've been really good against, 1 for 7, you're fine. That's a good pitch.
67 slider. Joe's with a little look on his face. That ends up off the plate, but it has plate for a little bit. It's a short swing from Joe's. It's compact. He's just trying to poke one. And you know what? I was just going to say, Joe's is kind of standing over the plate a little bit. Nicky just sees a window right now.
I bet he throws that slider again. What do you think Lou's saying to him right now?
Come on, Pop. Oh, Joe's backs off the plate a little bit. Maybe that was the advice. And Nicky throws one outside. 70 would have been a ball either way.
I've gotten really impressed with Nicky's ability to control his speed, because he can probably throw the hardest in the warehouse, and he doesn't have a lot of redos anymore.
Dialed that up 73, so I think that's going to be a ball.
That's a good break for Joe's there. That didn't seem that fast.
Man, and that's the slider, and I think that hit the top bar too. And so in our warehouse, 70, 71, 72 are redos. 73 and up is an automatic ball.
It's a tough break there for Nick.
And just like that, so it's 3-2. As you well know, warehouse pressure is real.
Hey, dare I say, I'm getting a little excited here. I'm starting to sweat.
Joe's McFly, where's it land? The umpire's saying 1 for a single. He's saying it landed on the line. We're going to have to see a replay on this one. The umpire feels confident in it. Joe's inside outs and up and in pitch. It looks like it drops on the line. Let's see the replay one more time. It's coming down.
And that's a fair ball.
And that's a fair ball. And that's a single by Joe's McFly, which means bases loaded for Lou. And my voice cracked right before that.
That did. And the reason that's a single, it doesn't matter what it hits, it matters where it lands. So as long as it lands in fair territory, that is a single. And Jake, now I am very much sweating.
And we've seen a couple tricky balls by that foul pole today.
Don't remind me of the double that got robbed. Maybe a homer?
Hey, you guys got robbed. You guys got helped by the wall today, the inside out pitch or whatever that was. Lou, 1-0. Ball low from Nicky, and he's lost the zone a little bit.
I'm really interested to see what Nicky does here, because you can't just throw a two-seam down the middle, because I think they can win this game with free runs.
He goes to the slider, keeps it low and away. Great pitch by Nicky. A hungry Lou. Big offer.
That showed me a lot about this at bat. The fact that Lou is willing to swing at that, and the fact that Nicky gave him a slider that had that much plate.
71 on the pitch, so it will be a redo. That was Nicky's 50th pitch on the day. Man, that ball moved up and in, but 71 means it's a redo.
That was a bit of a weird pitch. Usually his two-seam drops, but the thing that you got to be upset about with Nicky is Lou's giving you one of those a game.
Yeah.
And that's tough.
Oh, slider, it's hit. It hits the beam.
That's an automatic double. Anything that hits our Devastator beam in the middle of the warehouse is an automatic double, no matter where it lands.
So you'll see here the difference. It hits the middle of that beam going across that indicates zone 2. That's an automatic double. That'll be a 2-run double for Lou as they go up 2-0 in this game. If you're at home and you're wondering, the foul pole itself, that's its own beam. The top one in the middle of the field, formerly the Devastator, that's now an automatic double, so it's 2-0 pinstripe.
I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, Joe's McFly chops one. Is it going to get... Joe's McFly lets out a word I won't repeat, but he gets jammed by Nicky Cass, and it goes past our line on the field you might have saw there. If you hit one, it has to go past that line to count.
Exactly, Jake. And here's where strategy comes in, because I think Nicky should be out of this inning. He had that ground ball from Lou to Dalt, a couple tough breaks off the wall. It's risky to pitch to Lou here. and give up a homer, especially when Joe's is now 1 for 9 against Nicky.
As we've talked about with Nicky, he's going to come at him. I think if you lose the count, that's when conversations have to happen.
Because I think Lovius can score 3 runs off them.
A knuckle drop from Nicky that's inside and out at the same time. It hits the pipe. Lou gives him some love right after the pitch because that was gross. So
these guys are way more manly than me.
Than both of us. 0-1. 71. That'll be a redo.
See, Nicky's getting squeezed just a little bit, but it could be a fatigue thing. It's really hot in the warehouse today, and he's at a high pitch count, so doesn't have that touch he used to.
Boy, it is warm.
It's hot in here, man.
Boy, it is warm. The 0-1. And a good take by Lou. That's that same slider away. Takes it this time. Levels out the count at 1-1.
His slider has such late break that you think you can hit it, but it just falls off the table.
Comes back with the two-seamer, low and away. Lou spits on it and then daps up Joe's because that's pinstripe strong, man.
I mean, Lou looks with the new haircut and like he wipes his face off after every swing. He's locked.
It's high and tight, man. Dude, he's baiting Nicky to throw that inside. Oh, what a take by Lou. Even Nicky gave a little smile after that one because that slider didn't have as much down, but it was just enough away to miss the zone.
I audibly gasped at that. I mean, that's a pitch you can drive. It's risky. It's a good take.
This is where we find out if Nicky's going to come at him. And he does, and Lou puts a swing on it. Oh! Got a funky bounce off the wall. The warehouse is here to play, so the warehouse missed Blitzball.
The warehouse missed Blitzball. First ever live stream, and the wall's getting a ton of work today. That's an automatic foul ball because, again, it's where it lands, and it landed in foul territory.
Landed in our stands. Lou, little late on it, shoots off the wall, and then straight down into the stands. Dalton and Nicky, God, thank God they weren't a couple steps closer because I think we would have had bodies in the stands.
You see, I'm making a bold call here. If Nicky gets Lou out here, they're winning this game.
Okay. 3-2 slider stays up. Nicky liked that pitch. I think he was aiming up and away with that, which is a disgusting pitch. But like you talked about for his slider, that's a good spot for it.
Good spot, man. It's a tough pitch to see, and this is the pitch of the game right here.
Full count.
Oh, my God.
Lou spits on that same low and away, and look at him talk to his boy Joe's, because it is bases loaded. There are 2 outs. Pinstripe has 2 runs in, and like you alluded to, Zoe, I think the difference between 2-0 and any number up here is significant.
It's significantly different right here.
Woo, goes to the slider, ends up in the middle. It does start at Joe's.
I can't really say anything because I got froze by that pitch so many times, but I feel like you got to just go out there and confidently swing at a pitch.
Whoa, that one looked like it slipped out of the hand to balance out the count at 1-1. What would you say your guy Jack Doyle's doing in the crowd? Only guy standing.
Jack Doyle doesn't know where he is right now. I mean that with all the love. He did his obligations. He's checked out.
The 1-1 from Nicky Cass. Fastball stays outside, doesn't come back enough. There's Jack Doyle looking like he's taken to not bathing.
I think you should just try to throw a 2-seam in the zone here. You've already gotten Joe's to ground out once on that pitch. And in worst case scenario, you give up a single.
Woo! And you know what that was by Nicky? He said, I'm going to challenge you. I know it ends up out of the zone, but that's a blitzball pitch you swing at.
That's almost a Nicky being like, hey, I'm getting you out. Like 59 over the top in the homer swing zone. That's risky. He could also just be running out of gas a little bit. It's really hot.
I mean, right? We've got to be in, Okay, bounces the slider. 3-2 count.
Just one more pitch by
And man,
Nicky.
I think if I'm Nicky, I think I go one more slider and then I throw that floater because I'm not scared, but let's see. And he gets him. Low and away slider. Hey, Joe's puts a good swing on that, but that's been the pitch of the day so far.
That was the 41st pitch of the inning, and Nicky's just probably excited to get off the mound.
Yeah. How many pitches?
41 pitches that inning in a really hot warehouse. Second game of the day. Confident. I love it.
Speaking of hot, the NFL season is officially here, and we've partnered up with the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the National Football League, to bring all new customers an exciting way to join in on the action now. New customers, download the DraftKings app, use promo code WAREHOUSE, bet just $5, and boom, 200 in bonus bets hit your account instantly. So don't wait any longer. Get some skin in the game and download the DraftKings app now. DraftKings customers, you can also get skin in the game with their same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, no problem. You can still get in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. So, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code WAREHOUSE, where we are, Warehouse. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code WAREHOUSE only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. We thank you, DraftKings. NFL starts tonight. What a time to get into it, so.
It's really exciting, but I'm even more excited for Blitzball. Blitz is heading to Billy's for the playoffs. Thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scotts Miracle-Gro. Come watch the semifinals and championship live on October 1st at Billy's Sports Bar in the Bronx, Jake. Doors open at 11 a.m. and first pitch is at noon. Tickets are on sale now through September 30th. Kids are allowed, so bring your whole family, and general admission tickets are only $30.50. Special early access tickets are also available for $100 and will get you an hour inside early at Billy's at 10 a.m.
Pick out your
so you
seats.
Can choose your seat. I love picking a good seat. A commemorative t-shirt and into a raffle to be part of the content before first pitch. Buy your tickets now, and the link is below. And code FROG gets you 20% off. Only now.
Only during this stream, which we will find out. Love Yas will need 3 runs or more to win it. We'll take a couple questions from the chat right now. I saw a couple things I wanted to talk about. I love Nick Sturielli. That's the closest last name I've ever seen to mine.
Is that Sturielli?
I met him once. I tried to clear it up, and I didn't because I don't know how to pronounce my name either. And I did like Nick TG. Will Billy's allow for such warehouse plays like Jack's behind the back pitch off the wall? And yes, the walls are in play. Our guy Tech Mike, who helped set all of this up, shout out to Tech Mike. He made a 3D rendering, which was like the coolest video game we've ever seen. But yeah, all the kookiness of the warehouse is going to be in Billy's in the Bronx, which is just straight insanity.
And if I know Jack Doyle, he's going to have a lot planned for you guys on the mound if we make it. Wait, when we make it to Billy's.
Yes. All right, it looks like Lou is getting ready to take the bump. A lot of you that follow probably know Joe's exploits on the mound. Nicky Cass swings on the first pitch, and it gets over Lou's head. Wow, a confident swing.
I told you 2 runs. I don't know if it was enough. That was Nicky's first at-bat against Lou in a warehouse, and he didn't wait around at all. First pitch, drives it. Lou's going to have to make some stuff up to get him out. They're really good hitters coming off a game facing Jack Doyle.
And there's another one. Oh, no! It goes off of Joe's. First pitch swings by both Lovia batters. I will say this, and we get the replay on this going on. Those balls do move a lot. We saw Joe's move his whole body. We should have a good angle here. Joe's takes 2 steps to the right, and it ends up on where he came from. That can happen in the warehouse. Tough play, you'd love to have it.
And this is the thing about Pinstripe Strong. They can hit with the best of them, but pitching-wise, that might be their weak spot. Opponents are hitting 500 career.
Oh my
God, 3 pitches, 3 hits.
This is madness.
This is insane.
Paxton, can you go talk to the Love Ya boys? We've had 3 pitches, 3 hits out of Love Ya's. They haven't seen Lou before. Give me some vibes down there.
3 pitches, 3 hits, never seen Lou. Per Jake Storielli. What's going on down here?
This is game 2 for us. I think we're just emptying the tank. We're going to jump on every good one we see right now.
Seems like good vibes.
Like no
Positive
steam
vibes.
left. Positive vibes, a lot of love. Let's win it.
No steam. Great.
See, Jake, I think this is the effect of coming off a game where you're facing Jack. You're used to everything. You're used to max velo. So if you come out there, Nicky and Dalton are ready to hit, man.
Sure are.
And Lou, after a little breath, comes back lower in the zone, 68 strike one.
That was his first over-the-top fastball. Free two seams, free hits so far.
And don't count out Lou, by the way. Lou is an absolute dog, and he really can manipulate the ball a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of warehouse funk. And we just saw it there. He kind of went with the Drew Davis underhand pitch.
I think Dalton said good pitch before he even finished swinging the bat, which I have to admire.
He did. It's 1-2, and it's a 2-1 game. One swing could end this, though, which feels crazy.
It's a one-inning game, and they've already raised the stakes.
One-inning games are crazy, man.
Dude, it happens so fast.
It's 2-2, runners on second and third. Let's see what Lou's got up his sleeve here. He tries to go with the big curveball, never comes back down.
And that's the thing I think that Lou's going through right now is usually his two-seam is he'll just throw that like 80% of the time. But Loveyears has already shown that they're going to drive it.
Got Jimmy on a roving cam down there. 3-2. Nice pitch by Lou. Dalton says he got it. The umpire says he got it. Zoe says he got it.
I did say he got it. If you're Lou here, I think it's worth the risk to throw to that big breaking ball you've been throwing. I think I would take a gamble here because I'm worried about a two-seam in the zone against Dalton.
I like that pitch, man.
It's a good pitch.
Oh, and he comes back and gets him 67 outside. Lou, the banger, strikes him out. And Lou, not normally the biggest strikeout pitcher. He is a big strike thrower, but that's a nice sidearm, comes back outside post.
That was his best pitcher today by far. And here comes Nicky, who likes to swing early. So the game could end on this swing.
I mean... oh, wow. What is that?
Jake,
70 miles per hour from there, Zoe.
Dude, I can't comprehend that one swing is a homer and we're done here?
Oh, my God, and that almost hits the gray. That is disgusting from Lou. It is 1-0.
See, that's a confident swing by Nicky. I feel like they jumped on Lou early, and now Lou's getting him to expand the zone because they just want to get this over with.
And we're seeing him dance around the plate a little bit. It feels like he found his slot just a little bit more. He wants it to start on the plate, end up off. I just burped into the mic.
That was hot. See, Nicky is a very good hitter, but he will chase a little bit some.
He wants to swing.
He wants to swing.
2-1. That's the count. That's the score of the game as Pinstripe Strong tries to hold on to this one. Lou, 69. That one had a lot of plate. I want to see the replay.
That was a nice swing by Nicky.
Oh, that's one. That's one Nicky wishes he had back. That one. I mean, hey, 69 low. It's not a bad pitch, but if that went out, we would have said okay.
That was Nicky's happy zone right there. A double wins this too.
Lou put a little extra in the leg kick, going to the curveball, show him something different. I like it. It's 3-2. And so if he gets another out here.
Jake, I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm not playing, but I'm so nervous right now.
Oh! Chopper back to Lou. He's up in the air. It skims off his fingertips. That scores the tying run. It'll be first and third for Loveyears. Let's see where Lou's head is at after that. Because, man, that's and look at our fan cam on the sideline. Wow.
I mean, Jake, I think that is a game-altering play. You just struck out Dalton. You have Nicky in account. You get a ball right back to you. Lou, who's a good fielder, too. And it just kicks off. And now the game's on the line. A single wins it.
And Lou, relentless. 0-1, little sidearm two-seamer, hits the pipe, Dalton swings over the top.
And both home teams have won today's game. So home teams are undefeated, and Loveyears are looking to continue that trend.
Oh, 70, that'll be a redo. Again, that pitch is funky because you think it's going to two-seam back, but it kind of just stays out there.
Yeah, Lou's really getting into his bag of tricks right now.
Wow. 0-1. Man, It looked like he took a little off of that, but it's still 68.
It's still 68. Lou's finding a slot here. He's just pounding the ball inside against Dalton, which is, if you're gonna go anywhere, that's where you have to go against Dalton.
A kiss of the bat, and yeah, Dalton has those long arms. Man, we haven't seen Lou been able to get on top of that curve.
Yeah.
There's a little sicko part of me that says go back, run it again, but we haven't seen it first.
I think you need to get Dalton out here.
Catches his breath. The 1-2. Oh, Lou wanted that one. 69 miles per hour. It just had enough late break. I mean, look at this.
That's a great take. That is a professional take there by Dalton. I don't think I've seen Lou crack a smile yet today, and Dalton's just all cheesy.
That got our first audible groan from the crowd. 2-2. That's the score. That's the count. Runners on first and third. See, I think that one got away from, and you know what? He's going to go to the towel from the ump. Justin Pennick out there. It looks like we've got our very own Jimmy O'Brien on a roving mic that he's spent a lot of time on Rob Scirocco, our talented producer extraordinaire, Rose Rotation. Just a tasty gentleman. Overall, 3-2 count now. And he gets him that inside fastball you've been talking about, Zo.
That's Lou figured it out, and he just threw 3 straight two-seamers in on Dalton's hand. 2 hit the pipe, and 1 just ran right off. And now Nicky, who hasn't gotten out against Lou today, up a single wins it.
We talked about go check on Pinstripe, Pax. Get out there. We're going to send Paxton out to see what the Pinstripe Strong Boys are talking about, because there's got to be a little strategy going on. Let's kick it down to Paxton.
What's going on out here with Pinstripe? Talk strategy.
We're just trying to pitch to the outs, but I can't get a grip on this ball right now. But I got to pump the velo up. Once I started pumping the velo up, started throwing more strikes, and it's made it difficult for them to hit.
I love that. Best of luck out there. He's sweating.
Thank you, Paxton.
A lot.
We're all sweating pretty
Sweating
good,
a
but
lot.
I'll tell you what, when you're on that mound, yes.
I
Yes.
mean, Lou sounded the most locked in I've ever heard a man in my life.
First pitch outside of Nicky Gas. And the chess match we talked about with Pinstripe has to be going through his head right now. He just got Dalton twice, right?
Lou's thinking about that, but he should be. But that is Lou pitching around anyone is not crossing his mind, but it should.
Oh, a nice pitch, but 70 means it is a redo. God, that's nice. It looks like that's going to be down inside corner, and then it's just off the table.
I guess if you're Lou, you got to think. Just throw your best pitches to Nicky. If you walk him, bases loaded against Dalton, who you struck out twice already.
Came over the top, so little riser.
I've been impressed by his ability to control that over the top. It's kind of lunging.
Ooh, that
forward.
move, too.
Yeah, that's a weird, funky delivery from him.
1-1. Lou's coming at him.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Stays down. Can't come back up. 2-1.
I think if he throws a two-seamer in the zone, we're going home.
Ooh, I think Nicky's locked.
I think Nicky's zoning that pitch right now. Oh, he went to it.
Whoa.
It's kind of a drop.
But you know what? That dropped instead of ran, Zo.
Lou, excuse me, sir. I did not know you had this.
I wasn't familiar with
Yeah,
your
sorry,
game.
dude.
And it's
crazy.
2-2. 2 strikes, 2 outs to send it to our second swing off of the day.
Oh, what was that? Did he try to throw a slider?
I think that was an underarm slicer. And you know what? We mentioned Nicky's up there to hit. If that's a little closer, I think he gets the swing.
I mean, Lou, you sicko. What are you doing?
3-2.
Oh!
I believe that was a foul tip into the zone.
That's strike 3.
I believe that's how ours went too. They're calling him out. Let's see the replay. Swing.
Oh,
And it's into the zone. Strike 3. Lou the Banger locks in. After the first 3 pitches go for hits, he fights back to get the love you boys. It's 2-2, and we are going to a swing off.
I mean, that just takes balls and fortitude, neither of which I have a ton of, because how did he fight back 3 straight pitches, driven, really hit hard, and he battles back and gets Nicky out somehow. Wow.
And look at this. We've got John Boy. What can't he do? He's cleaning our table with socks. He's coming up here. And now if you didn't see the first swing off, both players from each team get one at-bat. Then the other team will follow. The at-bat ends after 3 strikes or a ball in play. Balls will not be counted. And most combined total bases win. So we'll see Lovia on the mound first. Nicky Cass, who's thrown a lot of bullets today, Lorenzo.
I'm pretty surprised by this right now, but also Dalton hasn't thrown yet.
It would be completely unfair to put Dalton
It would put Dalton
in
a bad situation, and Lovia's are 1-0 in swing-offs, unfortunately.
Oh.
So
in Blitzball Blitz history.
In Blitzball Blitz.
Now, and the pivot point for here on Pinstripe Strong, you have to think Joe's McFly's at bat has to matter.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's the number that gets you confident as a Lovia's hitter, and I'm not sure yet.
And that's what we don't know. I mean, your guys. Well, we don't have to talk about your guys. Maybe we talk about Billy's because people could see this live.
I mean, the tension and the atmosphere here is insane. Imagine what it's going to be like at Billy's, and you could be there in person because Blitzball Blitz is heading to Billy's for the playoffs. Thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scott's Miracle Grow. Buy your tickets now at the link below to watch the semifinals and championship live on October 1st at Billy's Sports Bar in the Bronx. Doors open at 11 a.m. and bring your whole family. It's going to be a great time. I might even give you a high five. You know what? I will.
He will. And Pax, could we get one more? Can we get an update from Joe's McFly, who's been awfully quiet? Is he goofy? Is he locked? Where are we at?
Jake wants to know, are you goofy? Are you locked? You haven't said a word this entire game, and it's kind of weird.
I've been talking to Lou, so we've been talking. We're good. We're good. So right now we got a game to win. So let's go ahead and get some total bases. That's it.
Oh, dude, it's my favorite thing in this.
Paxton, incredible.
As soon as the game starts, Jolly, Joe's, everyone is so nice and goofy outside. As soon as it starts, different people.
Split personality.
Insane.
Warehouse split personality disorder. The first pitch from Nicky, it's 70, so nothing happens again. Balls don't matter here. We didn't want walks to be too much of a factor in the total bases, so we're looking for strikes here.
And I think Nicky's going to oblige.
I mean, we're no fear either way.
No, I just think you gotta. I'm not sure how you pitch to Lou in this situation, but Nicky,
what do you think about Lou leading off here?
I like that move. Oh, that's a bold swing by Lou.
You saw the look on his face right after, Zoe.
You see, I actually like this by Lou. It's the reason I had Jack hit, because I think Jack's the better hitter at the moment, is set the tempo.
Okay.
Instead of going up there and putting all the pressure on Lou to hit a homer, just go do what you do.
Good take there by Lou. If that's Nicky's two-seamer, that ends up over the plate. He spits on it. So there's still only one strike on Lou. Set the tone. That's a warehouse vibe.
There is a lot of stakes for Lovies. If they win this, they basically secured a spot in Billy's.
And there's the slider, 69. Nicky liked that one. I'm a little surprised Lou didn't offer at that one.
Dude, that's a bold take right there,
that's got
especially
a lot
in
of plate
this
for a little bit.
I think he's just tough to see. The slider from Nicky is one of the best pitches I've ever seen.
2 strikes. Oh, and Lou expands the zone twice on Nicky. That little floater away or whatever that was. Lou thought he could extend and get the barrel on it, because sometimes that can be a danger pitch, but he doesn't get there, Zoe.
That shows you the level of dominance Nicky has reached in the warehouse. Lou is chasing that because he thinks that's gonna drop, because it's all Nicky has done all game is drop it in there. Nicky's become easily one of, if not the best pitcher in the warehouse.
Joe's McFly puts a swing on it. That was zone 1, foul ball.
See, if it hits any of the walls in zone 1 or ceiling, it's a foul ball no matter what.
So it could have been caught if there was a heroic Lovia's play, but it'll go down as the first strike on Joe's McFly. And Joe's offers at that one. The Pinstripe boys have expanded the zone here. When this is a time when you know the balls really don't matter. You got to keep it in the zone.
This is the downside of leading off Lou's. Now Joe's has a lot of pressure on him to come through here, and it feels like he's feeling it a little bit. Oh, good take.
Takes the slider away. When you're 0-2 in Blitzball, you pray to see one ball.
Yeah, I
you
need
pray
one.
to see one ball.
Gets you really locked in again.
Okay, same pitch. Joe spits on it again. He's back in there.
I mean, Lou is the most distraught I've ever seen him. He is going through it. Oh,
what's that hit?
I think that hit his arm, but that's 3 straight sliders by Nicky, and honestly, I don't see him going away from it. I think if he can just put it a little bit closer, he's gonna get the swing.
Gets a little Joe's McFly on the way through.
I'm rooting for Joe's
Some
on this
forearm. 2 strikes. Goes back to it, and he can't.
I mean, how many pitches has Nicky probably thrown today? He's got to be at 80 at this point.
Nicky's shoulder will be feeling good tomorrow.
But if you win, you're going to Billy's, man.
Okay, foul ball. Joe's looked like a little late on that pitch.
I don't know. I mean, so we got a little bit of controversy on that. Joe swung, it hit his hand. People wondered if it hit the zone or not. I do believe that's a foul ball, though.
It's a foul ball. I think it catches the knob here. I think it caught the knob.
I really hope Joe's can hit a homer here, because I'm not a big fan of the at-bats we're seeing out of pinstripe in this swing off right
Yeah.
now. They're very undisciplined.
Joe smiles. And Nicky Cass, 2-seamer from hell, runs it all the way back across the plate. Jimmy is like a bat out of hell with that camera. He's so proud to show this place off. That's why he grabbed the camera. Here's our room back there. Look at all the guys killing it back there. Wow. Dre, Jeff, Tom, Prizeman, Rob, Ronnie. Oh, and the crowd gives it up in here. Magic Mike back there. What a performance back there.
Good job to everyone involved.
The loudest applause of the day. And now Love Yous. They find themselves in the exact same position they found themselves earlier. They need one hit. And look at Mitch. Handsome as all hell. His Cincinnati Reds have had a great year.
Now, Nicky, in our last one-inning league, went 4-0 in the regular season.
Ooh, handsome Rob Scirocco on the camera. I mean, Nicky is trying to have the best Blitzball Blitz day that we've seen in Blitzball Blitz. Oh, look at the hot crew up top, literally and figuratively.
Shout out to them. They must
Jack
be sweating.
Rotuno, Matty Mass with the gas. Straight fire from him as always. And he shoots us. Hey!
How do you get out of this?
Oh, Grappy Hour. Alex Grapp on the camera as we head into the second half of our swing off. Lou versus Nicky.
We're one pitch away.
And again, this is another, I would bat Dalton first. Because Dalton could end it, and Nicky's had more success against Lou.
Yeah, I think this Nicky walked us off first against Jack, first batter. It's a bold strategy, but when you only need a single, I kind of like it.
Comes at him, inside pipe, Cass swings under it.
I mean, Jake, imagine if Lou.
Are you okay? I saw you almost,
I'm
faint
stressed.
there.
I am stressed and hot.
It sure is. This whole thing sure is. Nice pitch by Lou. 2-seamer with run. And there, Nicky Cass swings over the top. A little drop ball from Lou. And Lou is walking with some serious pep in his step right now as Nicky Cass swings over the top on it. 2 strikes.
Butter my
on
biscuits,
Cass.
Jake.
And the curveball just hasn't been there. Cass with a late offer. The umps are going to let that go.
I think every curveball is hit above the wall.
I mean, almost above the TV. I don't know if it's just not snapping or it's sweat or whatever, but either way, 2 strikes. Oh, no! And that's an emotion that I can only explain if you've been in here. 70 miles per hour. Cat swings over it, but that'll be a redo.
And that's a redo because any pitch between the 70 and 72 mile per hour speed limit is an automatic redo.
Oh no! This is where the warehouse can put you in an absolute torture chamber. He comes over the top that time, gets him again, but it's at 70.
Make it stop, Jake. Make it stop.
Oh, what a bang! 61 mile per hour cutter. It starts right inside, stays inside, which is important because if that sweeps out more, that becomes hittable, but it stays in on his hands.
Jake, pardon my language, but Lou is one bad motherfucker. That is balls right there.
And now Dalton Feely steps in. Comes right at him, 70. It'll be a redo again.
He's feeling it right now. Lou's feeling it.
The adrenaline has kicked in.
What a turnaround on the mound.
You'd love to see Dalton just go the other way with one.
Could take.
Easy for me to say up here coming off of a loss, but
now this is where the swing-off rules become a little challenging as a hitter. If a pitcher's feeling it,
right,
you gotta just pray you get one that you can hit because they can just live on the pipes.
Stays down.
Usually that's a good take, but here it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because you can't offer it.
No,
you know?
cannot. Oh, stairs if you can.
Woo! Little hezzy hey from Lou. Dalton wants that one back. That stayed up, and I think that was only 6. Ooh, Jolly Olive sends that into another building.
That's the Zach pitch. Jolly hit for a home run. Jolly become a great hitter. Shut up.
Oh, Lou is getting the funk is in. You saw a little smile there, and you see Joe's talk to him a little.
I like this version of Pinstripe. Having fun, letting loose on the mound. This is awesome.
So again, there's only one strike on Dalton Feely. Oh, man. Another 7-0 out of Lou. It's that inside fastball that Dalton hasn't been able to get his hands in on yet.
I think the scouting report is out for Lou against Dalton, that inside two-seam. Dalton has a big swing, so it's hard for him to hold up when he decides to go, and Lou's going right at him.
And that one gets away from Lou.
Yeah, he's losing a little bit of touch right now.
He went to the funk, which sometimes that can get you out of your rhythm.
This is a one-inning game, so you can really just burn out quick.
Oh, and that's filth.
That is filth.
Absolute filth. A good catch from our Dan Canobio down on the ground. I mean, that's plate, off the plate.
I feel for Dalton on that one. You've seen so many pitches. You're antsy to swing. You get one semi-close. You got to go for it.
Yeah. And Lou comes at him. That little cut slider again. And now I think we're going to go one batter apiece.
Wow, Lou Dab comes back and strikes out the side in the swing off after Nicky Cass puts them down 1-2. Two of the cut fastballs up.
I'll just do one batter.
That was crazy. And if you're not feeling this,
let's check in.
Yeah, same thing. No, you don't have to switch pitchers.
So one batter, pure.
Can Nicky pitch and hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Best on best. This is what we want in baseball. Don't you want to see Shohei and Judge going at it, or don't you want to see a championship? Don't you want to see a championship matchup at Billy's where it comes down to your best versus their best?
Yeah. And how about two top 25 Blitzball players, mano a mano? Nicky Cass versus Lou. Lou gets the chance he was waiting for.
And here we go.
And that stays low. I think that hit the leg. So it will not be a strike. Lou, we saw the look in his face. He wanted this so bad.
I love this. Give me yours versus mine.
Oh, puts a swing on it.
This is the most confused at the plate I think I've ever seen Lou.
I think that was a nice pitch from Nicky. I think his slider's in everyone's head right now. Lou a little late on it, fouls it off. That'll be his first strike. Comes at him again, this time inside, and Lou fouls it off again. And
he wanted that.
You're right, the frustration.
He's frustrated. I'm telling you, Nicky is a tough pitcher to hit. He diced me and Jack up today. If you're not on your A game, you're going to get out and give us some energy in the crowd.
Lou banger off the wall. Oh, what a catch! Dalton Feely! Dalton Feely!
Oh, my God! What?
Lou!
Are you kidding me?
Lou puts a charge into it off the wall. You see Dalton's weight shift. He comes across the field, gets there. Paxton's down there with him. Paxton.
Dalton, walk me through that.
Holy shit! Heart's beating like crazy. He got barrel. I made a diving play. Got lucky. Now we go hit and win a game. Let's go!
I love that energy.
I mean, we are all waiting for the replay.
Oh my God, Jake.
He puts a charge in it off the wall. You see Dalton circle back, a couple bodies in the way, and you just see the disappointment on Lou's face.
Wow,
Oh
what
my
a
God.
read off the bat by Dalton. Lou tries it, a lot of power. First step to the right, immediately changes his body position like a wide receiver and makes the catch going to the ground. And now, Lou on the mound against Nicky. I mean, what else could you ask for? The tension in here it's palpable.
Lou straight to the mound. Nicky straight to the box.
I want it.
This is the warehouse. This is the definition of the warehouse. What a play by Dalton Feely. And now, Lou the Banger on the mound. Comes at him, puts a charge into it, it's a fair ball, and that's the ball game. Love yas, love yas, love yas. They do it again. Nicky Cass down the line. What a game-saving play by Dalton Feely. And love yas in 2 swing-offs today, 2-0. What a game, Zoe.
And that doesn't happen if Dalton doesn't go out there and lay his body on the line. What a team. What a win. That's crazy. Wow. You got to respect both teams.
What a game. You see the hugs and handshakes at mid-court. That is literally what the warehouse is about. My God. I think you guys are getting why we're hyping up Billy's now. You can see this in person and feel the energy of all of this. Let's take one more look at the swing. Outside fastball. Nicky gets around on it, keeps it fair.
2 walk-off wins for Lovias, and let's hear from the losers. Pinstripe Strong down with Paxton.
Oh, tough loss. Hard-fought battle. Lou, walk me through those final moments on the mound.
I was just trying to get something over the plate, which just backfired at me. I wanted to establish a strike. Didn't work out. Nicky put the bat on the ball. Good, tip my hat out to him, Did a good job.
Joes, do you have anything to say to the booth that is laughing in my ear right now as we're trying to do a very serious interview?
I don't know. I'm just right now. I'm just thinking about like that defense, maybe in that first inning. Things, ball bounces a different way. I don't know, and hitting got to be better.
Definitely got to be better. Guys, got any thoughts on that?
Pax, we're laughing because those are competitors, man. You felt it in Lou's voice. I know that same feeling. Me and Zoe know that same feeling. We felt that same way today.
That's tough.
Oh, my God.
Lou sounded like his cat died, and I respect that. But let's hear from the winning team down with Paxton right now. Lovias 2-0.
Nick, I got to start with you. Absolutely incredible pitching performance by you and at the plate. Walk me through this overall performance and how Lovia's got 2 walk-off wins today.
Feels great. First of all, Pinstripe Strong, hell of a team. They fought just as hard as we did and just happened to go our way. I don't know, just came here today, focused. Dalton and I, we talked about it before the games. We were going to come, we were going to play our game, and good things were going to happen. So, yeah, by the way, Lucia, I have food, so don't make any dinner. I brought some.
Well, that's nice. Now, Dal, I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to the booth because we already got your holy shit, and I don't think you can say anything else, guys.
Do you think that's the same piece of gum Nicky's been chewing all day?
That's a great question. I hope not.
I hope not, too.
I hope not.
It's crazy, but that was maybe my favorite game I've gotten to watch in the warehouse in a long time, and it's only going to get better from here as Blitzball Blitz is heading to Billy's for the playoffs. Thanks to our live event sponsors, DraftKings and Scott's Miracle-Gro. Buy your tickets now at the link below to watch the semifinals and championship live on October 1st at Billy's Sports Bar in the Bronx. Doors open at 11 a.m. and bring your whole family. It's truly a one-of-a-kind experience.
Feel like I just got beat up. Let's check in on the final standings on today before we see you guys next Thursday. Pax, where'd the standings land?
Final standings brought to you by DraftKings. John, our stats guy, our very smart stats guy, has helped me out with this, and this is what we got after day 1 of Blitzball Blitz. This is the standings that we're looking at. So we got some things to build on. We got some things to talk about. Don't forget, brought to you by DraftKings. Use code Warehouse. Back to you guys in the booth. This was exciting.
This was exciting, and Jake, one of these teams isn't going to Billy's, so we got to put some wins up next week.
So, looking at that leaderboard and seeing 3 teams with no wins, the intensity is going to pick up a little bit next week.
It is going to pick up.
There's not a doubt in my mind. Thank you to all of our people that helped out today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We will be back next Thursday at 5 p.m. Thank you to everyone that tuned in.
Thank you.
Felt like the start.
Just the start.
Cannot wait to finish. Thanks, everyone.
Billy's October 1st. We love you. Thank you very much.